Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this extra special video. Today, we're going to celebrate and acknowledge Pamela Coleman Smith. On February 16th, 1878, Pamela Coleman Smith took form again. She incarnated on this planet as Pamela Coleman Smith. This was probably one of her most profound incarnations, so far. Of course, throughout different incarnations, she supported and touched people in different ways. However, her contribution to humanity through the Rider-Waite Tarot has been, astronomical. She nor Arthur Waite could have imagined what happened to the deck that they thought only a few would use. So, on February 16th, we're going to acknowledge that soul, that spirit that supports us to this day. I have created in the past a spread where I connected into Pamela Coleman Smith and channeled some information and support. Today, I don't want to be so static. That's the one flexibility with tarot. Sometimes you can use that static spread. Other times, you can just let it go. Enjoy the cards. Knowing a bit about Pamela Coleman Smith, that enjoyment, that's more where she's at. That relaxed energy. That playful energy. In this reading, I really wanted to focus in on the creativity. Pamela Coleman Smith had such a free-spirited, creative, and amazing energy about her. I wanted to focus in more on that creativity. We know that creativity is what we need to support us in our journey, in getting us out of our head and getting us out of our way. And that's what I want to focus in on today, is that creative energy and how we can use it more fully in our everyday. So we're going to tap in and gain some guidance from the cards and Pamela Coleman Smith. And, there couldn't have been a better deck than the Smith-Waite Tarot Centennial Edition. That's the tarot deck I've chosen. Sure, I could have used the standard Rider-Waite deck. However, I find with the Smith-Waite Tarot, there is more of Pam in these cards than Arthur. Then I topped it off with the Energy Oracle to add a bit of energy and connection, that guidance and support. Now, like always, I do have links below to both these fantastic decks. So if they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. The selections for this amazing reading, I went with Sodalite, Selenite, and then some Fluorite. I want you to choose whichever crystal resonates with you right now. It may not be your favorite crystal, however, it is the one that you can't keep your eyes off of. And then head into the description box below. There, you're going to find timestamps. Click on the crystal's correlating timestamp. It's going to take you straight to your reading, and I will see you there, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Sodalite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full tarot deck and oracle deck here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what Pamela Coleman Smith wants to share with my Sodalite friends. How can my Sodalite friends embrace their creativity more fully than they currently are? the Wheel of Fortune, the 10th card in the Major Arcana. And we're looking at, well, the Wheel of Fortune, those fortunes changing. The tides are turning. The more we focus in on our creativity, the more we grease this wheel and we see things change and evolve. And that change, that evolution, is going to bring with it abundance, growth, and fulfillment. The more we work with this evolution and growth, the more we're going to receive from it. Right now, we're resisting and fearful of change, not knowing where things will lie or how things will end up. We cause ourselves stagnation and further pain. Should we take that deep breath, trust in the universe, and trust in our high vibrational beings? We can slowly walk with this wheel, supporting that growth, supporting your own development, embracing opportunities as they come forward. We don't need to have a merry-go-round, whirly type movement here. We can slowly walk with this wheel so that we have that slow, steady progression that has stability with it. We're able to maintain it with greater ease, allowing us to be open to the insight, the guidance of different high vibrational beings, the supports that are all around us, encouraging us, helping us out, guiding us. They are there. If we embrace this evolution, this progression, the more we're going to hear from them. We start to raise our vibration. We start to be rewarded by the universe for our hard work through that support and, of course, through abundance and prosperity. The universe rewards us. It sees what we're doing and encourages us to do it even more, to keep going with this growth. So, for my Sodalite friends, it's going to be important that we engage with this progression, this evolution. And the way we can do that, the easiest way we can do that, is through tapping into our creativity, giving ourselves time, permission. That's a big one. Permission. A lot of times we're like, yeah, we'll do that. But my mind isn't there. Giving yourself permission to focus in on that creative endeavor and allow the universe to take control. We're not worried about those expectations, those demands, those challenges. We're focusing in on our creativity. We're focusing in on expressing us. We're getting out of our way and we're allowing that shift to occur. We're allowing those supports to come forward. That is how we're going to be able to embrace our creativity more. How to incorporate it into our day even more. Scheduling in some time. Doesn't have to be a lot of time, but a little bit each day or as much as you can to get out of your head, get out of your way, and watch those rewards come flowing in. When you're not paying attention and you're not trying to micromanage, that's when the universe, well, it takes control. And you see that wheel spin without you trying to control it. We don't need to have that false control. We need that acceptance and openness to that universal and high vibrational energy. Let's keep going here. What guidance, insight, and support. Can you share with my Sodalite friends in regards to their creativity? The Six of Pentacles. Sixes, of course, you're looking at that balance. Like I said, we don't want to throw ourselves too much into this where we destabilize ourselves. We need that balance. The balanced approach will support this shift and change that you're looking for more fully. When we can balance out how our energy and time is divided, we're going to be able to strengthen us, stabilize us, and support this growth and change. That balanced approach, it goes a long way with that growth and development. That stability that we need for the shift that's going to help us out the most right now. The more grounded we are, the more stable we are, well, the more this wheel is going to turn, supporting us, inspiring us, and rewarding us for the work that we're focusing in on. Remember, that balance, it's key. Now, one of the ways that I can support you in maintaining that balance, which I know is a kind of a bear and feels like a make work project. So to help you out with that, I do have a meditation that I brought out at Christmas time. It's a balancing meditation where you balance your chakra system. And that balance within, that energetical balance, supports you in maintaining a better balance throughout your day, supporting you in dividing your energies and time more freely. Now, if you're new to my channel and don't know about my meditations, I have 2 playlists that have free meditations for you. They're guided meditations. They're about 30 minutes long. My first playlist is meditations that I collaborated with archangels to support you in your healing. They're all healing meditations. My second playlist is a playlist that's called Just You and Me. And it's exactly what it is. It's just you and me. And we work on tools together that are going to help you on your journey. And that's where you're going to find the balancing meditation I'm talking about, where we're going to balance your chakras, empowering you and giving you more energy because your chakra system is aligned. And that alignment, it helps to clear out some of those pools of energy that we're holding on to within. Think of it as an oil change for your energetic system. It helps to strengthen and rejuvenate you, helps you to move forward. And then we have the Hanged Man, the 12th card in the Major Arcana, the Let It Go guy. Some of these preconceived notions, expectations, and demands are holding us back. We get caught up in them, and that takes away from our ability to balance ourselves out, because it's not just one balancing act. It's more like a juggling act. We have different aspects of self, different demands and needs that have to be met so our physical self can survive. So this juggling act, it can be overwhelming. And some of those expectations, those demands, well, we place on ourselves or other people place on us, it causes us to lose kilter here. We need to let go of some of those false expectations, those demands that take away from your experience, that derail this natural progression that cause stagnation and heartache. When we are able to realign and reassess those expectations and demands, it frees up time to tap into that creativity, to encourage your growth and progression, to start to work on some of that healing that will support you with even more growth and progression. It's kind of a catch-22. To do the work, we need to release. And to release, we need to do more work. And we need that balance. It's kind of an ongoing circle. When you shed one layer and feel that you're balanced and things are moving, that's when you can go deeper and keep going. Starting to really look at some of those core values, some of those belief systems, thoughts about self, expectations of self. Our healing journey, it's pretty vast. We've got lots to do. We need to start working with the universe and the high vibrational beings in this process so that we can raise our vibration, engage in opportunities that are present in our here and now. However, we can't acknowledge them or engage with them because we're so caught up in those expectations and demands that ourselves, society, others have placed on us. We need to take that deep breath in, give ourselves a little bit of time to work on us, that self-care, that love, most importantly, that creativity will go a long way in degunking this cog so that the wheel keeps going. We're going to keep going and finish off with some blessings. What blessing can you share with my Sodalite friends to help inspire them forward? Now, Pamela Coleman Smith has a message here because you do have 2 major arcana. The release and the progression forward will help you with your everyday life, will help with that balance, that stability, and that growth. We need to engage with these 2 major arcana, these major energies, these archetypes, to support us with that shifting and releasing. The thinking man. We need to use our head rather than our heart. Our heart is where that fear and heartache, that stagnation comes from. Questioning, exploring, using our head to help break patterns, to help acknowledge and identify those opportunities, those possibilities. Help to reflect and understand us and our situation more fully. Using our head will support us in understanding where it is we are and what we need to do to move forward. Critical thinking is an essential tool to support us on this journey. I love it. Healer of the ages. Like I just said, we have a lot of healing to do. It's kind of a global thing. Now, in this lifetime, we have more knowledge at our fingertips than we ever have historically. We have the ability to take different pieces and aspects of cultures, spiritualities, religions, healing modalities in the sciences, the historical healing modalities, we can use that to our advantage. Like I said, we've got a lot of healing to do. We're carrying stuff from past lifetimes, from generational trauma. It's up to us to start to work through these different layers of healing so that our soul, that true self, can experience and grow even more in this lifetime and lifetimes to come. We have a lot of work to do, so it's time to get going on it. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me for this little fun video in celebration of an amazing woman. It's been so much fun to connect in with Pamela Coleman Smith and channel her insight and wisdom into creativity and how you need to go forward. I hope that you found this video fun and also helpful, gaining the direction that you need to take with your creativity. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It helps me be found on the sea of YouTube, and it helps others to raise their vibration alongside us. Additionally, if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe. As you can tell here, you never know where I'm going to go next, and you don't want to miss any of it. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And also, if you want to support me in making more of these videos, I do have a Patreon page where you can support me in getting some of this amazing content out. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Sodalite friends. Hello and welcome, my Selenite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what Pamela Coleman Smith wants to share with my Selenite friends. How can my Selenite friends embrace their creativity more fully? The Page of Wands. Pages, of course, are that childlike, innocent energy that's full of excitement and wonder. And it's in that excitement, that enthusiasm, that zest for life, that we're going to find that passion, that connection to creativity. We know through historical use that when we are more creative, when we're a little bit more relaxed, we have a bit more joy in our everyday, things have a tendency to go right. And I know it can be really hard to be excited, enthusiastic, and joyful when we're struggling. However, we can schedule in some time to tap into those creative energies. A little bit here and there goes a long way. The more we do it, the more we're rewarded by the universe. Taking those little breaks, focusing in on that life-giving, fulfilling activity, whatever it may be. Creativity is an individual piece. It's whatever you do to express you. And when you do it, it's fun. You get out of your head. You stop worrying and focusing in on what's not going right. You focus in on that task at hand, that creative expression. When we do that, we're opening ourselves up for a whole host of support. The universe brings us in tangible supports. aha moments, and other abundances that we need to support us on our journey. The more we give ourselves that time, the more we get out of our head, the more we're rewarded. Well, the happier we are. And it's a little bit easier to partake in some happiness, some joy, and some creativity. So you can see how focusing in even a little bit, as much as we can, will support in our growth and support us in our shifting from where it is we are to something that is more fulfilling and joyous. You can see in this card the page and the other court cards, they all have this barren desert, almost Egyptian feel behind them. Well, some of us are feeling that now. But as you can see in the page, his wand is full of growth, full of new ideas, inspiration. He's not worried that he's standing in this very dry and barren desert. He's focusing in on his very abundant and healthy wand. And that's what we need to do. Because it's through that creativity and that energy focus that we're going to shift our energetical perspective, which shifts our vibration, which supports us in gaining the guidance, that wisdom that we need to get out of our barren desert. Let's see what else Pam has to share with us. What guidance, insight, and wisdom can you share with my Selenite friends regarding their creativity? I have to admit, the pages are one of my favorites. They all have different hats, and they're just really owning and having some fun with where it is they're at. That journey, it's an individual piece. We need that individuality, that ownership of who we are and where we are, and allowing our natural skills and abilities to help us get on track, connect in to that fulfillment and those abundances, those joys that are in our everyday that we're not so mindful of, we're not acknowledging or embracing, because we're so caught up in those expectations, those demands, those fears. The hangman, the let it go guy. We're talking expectations and demands. When they don't serve us, they're not helping us. The hangman, he's hanging from his foot from the tree of life. He's not worried about it. He knows the universe has his back. He has that halo, symbolizing his connection to the universe. He knows that, yeah, he might be in a tight spot. However, he's also aware that he has that support. The high vibrational beings will support and guide him on how he can get himself unstuck, get him out of that situation. If he was so caught up in what's happening, the heartache, the pain, the fear, he'd miss out on that guidance. And that's exactly what's happening for us. We need to slow down, be in the present, focusing in on those aspects that are giving us joy and happiness, allowing them to drive us more. Sure, we need to make sure we've got those physical demands met. There are demands and expectations that we need to meet. However, there are also demands, expectations, and fears that are holding us back. those are the ones we need to get out of. Release. Focusing in, again, reverting back to those life-giving aspects. That creativity really helps us to get out of our head, to release what's not serving us. The Four of Pentacles. Of course, when we do this, like I said, when we start to release what's holding us back, when we're not focusing in and getting caught up in that fear, in that heartache, we're going to see that growth, that development. These little sprigs, they start to turn into trees and bushes and fruit. We no longer see that desert. We've created that oasis that we needed. When we stay true to ourselves and those aspects that bring us joy and fulfillment, well, it's easy to start acknowledging the abundance that's right in front of us. We're able to make that grow, creating stability in our current situation, no matter what that situation looks like. The more stable we are, well, the more insight we're going to be able to receive, because with stability comes a vibration shift. We start to raise our vibration. We open ourselves up to the universe, to that guidance, knowing how to go forward in a high vibrational way for your greater good. Really, we're the ones holding us back. We get caught up in that fear, that heartache. We put our blinders on and try and meet expectations and demands that we may never meet. They may not even be our expectations and demands. That reflection and insight is really important. It's going to help degunk us and help us to embrace the opportunities that are all around us, helping for further growth, development, and abundance. Like I said, the universe likes to reward us, and it can come in the form of support and guidance, or abundance and prosperity, or all of the above, depending on your situation and your ability to slow down and be mindful of the messages, the opportunities that are right in front of you. Let's see what else is right in front of us. Let's go on to some blessings. What blessings can you share with my Selenite friends to inspire them forward? When you're reading tarot, it's important to look at the pictures, and it looks like the Page of Wands is trying to find the Hanged Man. He's looking at his wand like a compass. He's like, hey, where do you think this is? How can I help this guy out? And that is the wonder, the exploration, and the enthusiasm that we need. We need to search out these opportunities and possibilities, rather than staying stuck and stagnant. There may feel like there's stability in that stuckness, but he's missing out on opportunities that would support him in further growth and further development. The thinking woman. Did I just not say that we need to use our head? We need to reflect and assess our situation. It's going to help us to understand where we are and what it is we need to move forward with, and what things we need to release. Using our head helps us with that critical thinking, helps us to break patterns that are keeping us in our current situation, or supporting us in returning to the same situation We kind of feel like we're in a never-ending loop. Breaking those patterns, checking in to some of those preconceived notions, those expectations and demands. Are they serving you? How are they serving you? What aspects help you out the most? And what are causing more problems? How do these expectations support my greater good? Asking some of the hard questions. Remember, the first card we drew was a page. That's that inner child. Children, they have no filter. They're not afraid to ask questions. They ask the questions and then watch as adults squirm or struggle to answer what it is they think may be the best or most appropriate answer. That's what we need to do. We need to ask the hard questions and then be honest with ourselves. That information, that's going to help us with that guidance, that connection, and that understanding. The world, very much connected into the dancer, or the world in the tarot cards, where we're looking at those endless possibilities. You're looking at having the world in the palm of your hands. We're shedding more light, more understanding on us, being able to clearly see that destination forward, being able to embrace the opportunities that are all around us. Should we take that time? Should we engage with them and embrace them? Incorporating that opportunity into our day and our adventure. Taking action on our decision is just as important as making that decision. We can't sit idly by and watch things pass us by, because you're missing those opportunities, that guidance, and that growth when you do that. It's up to you to put that work in so you can receive the rewards. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me for this little fun video in celebration of an amazing woman. It's been so much fun to connect in with Pamela Coleman Smith and channel her insight and wisdom into creativity and how you need to go forward. I hope that you found this video fun and also helpful, gaining the direction that you need to take with your creativity. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It helps me be found on the sea of YouTube, and it helps others to raise their vibration alongside us. Additionally, if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe. As you can tell here, you never know where I'm going to go next, and you don't want to miss any of it. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And also, if you want to support me in making more of these videos, I do have a Patreon page where you can support me in getting some of this amazing content out. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Selenite friends. Hello and welcome, my Fluorite friends. This reading is especially for you. Like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what Pamela Coleman Smith wants to share with my Fluorite friends. How can my Fluorite friends embrace their creativity? Whoa! Cards more fully than they already are. The Moon, the 17th card in the Major Arcana. In this card, we're looking at that gatekeeper, that rite of passage. We're also looking at a deeply intuitive card. It's connected into that divine feminine energy, that intuitional energy. And it doesn't matter how uncertain or our level of comfort with our intuitional skills. It's important that we connect in with it, allowing that intuition to guide us. Pamela Coleman Smith was an amazing intuitive artist. She created all these pictures and more. We need to allow our intuition to guide us, to support us with our creativity, to support us in our journey. When we allow that intuition to be our leader, we take that rite of passage and we step our game up a notch. We still may have some uncertainty, some fear. However, this is a big however, we are able to continue on our path no matter what that fear is, knowing we have the guidance and support of the high vibrational beings right behind us, encouraging us down that path, encouraging us forward, giving us that insight, that wisdom and support that we need. Additionally, we have that ability to tap in and receive some amazing gifts and healing from the universe as we go forward. That intuition, that's the key to everything. Now, like I said, I know many of us are struggling with different degrees of understanding about our intuition and connection in and relying on that skill. One of the ways I can support you in connecting in more fully with your intuitional abilities is through a meditation that I did months ago with Archangel Raziel. Now, if you're new to my channel and aren't too sure what I'm talking about, I have 2 playlists. They're meditation playlists. And in these playlists, I have free guided meditations to support you on your journey. One of the playlists is a healing meditation playlist that I collaborate with different archangels. And then I have another one that's called Just You and Me. It's meditations where it's just you and me. We connect in and I guide you through a meditation to support you in connecting in with a tool that's going to help you on your journey. So the meditation I did with Archangel Raziel will support you in working with your intuitional abilities, helping you to connect into those skills, release some of the barriers you have to working with your intuitional skills, healing you, strengthening you, and encouraging you to use these skills a little bit more fully. When we do, that's when we're going to see that progress. We're going to see that rite of passage, and we're going to get going on our way again. Speaking of going on our way, let's see what other guidance Pamela Coleman Smith wants to share with you. What further insight, wisdom, guidance can you share with my Fluorite friends regarding their creativity? The Ace of Wands. Our intuition needs to meet that inner fire, that passion. I always feel like the Ace of Wands is that match that's about to be struck, and it's going to erupt and flourish, giving us a lot of added benefit and gifts. When we allow our intuition and that inner passion, that fire to connect, well, there's not a lot that's going to hold us back. We have that drive and willpower and that guidance. Well, what you're going to find is that progression, that development, that understanding. You're going to be able to start to connect the dots and better see how you can go forward, what's occurring, and how you can embrace it more fully. That passion, it ignites and lights your path like never before. It's up to us, though, to connect in with that intuition and combine it with that inner flame, that light. Another meditation that you may find helpful is one that I did with Archangel Uriel, where he supports us in stepping into that light, stepping into that power, that creativity, and embracing our natural gifts, our natural talents, because those are what's going to take us in to that rite of passage and to that light. When we step into that light, we step into our power. We're starting to align to our soul's deeper purpose, finding even more meaning and more fulfillment in what it is we're doing throughout our day and our lifetime. One of my favorite cards. I love this card. The Page of Cups. The way he is totally owning that tunic, that hat, and that fish. Oh yeah. We have yet another intuitive card. The Page, of course, being that childlike, innocent energy that's full of inquisical, playful energy. We need that fun, excited, exuberant energy to help push us forward, to help to connect the dots, to not be afraid to ask the questions and explore all the wonder and all the adventure that's all around us, helping us to identify and engage with these opportunities that are being shared, that are being dropped from the universe. We just have a tendency to avoid or not acknowledge them. We resist them. The Page helps us to tap into some flexibility, into that intuitive creativity, and connect in to these opportunities and these possibilities that are being shared with you. Because it's through these opportunities and possibilities that we start to shift out of what we're currently dealing with, and we shift in to more abundance, growth, happiness, and fulfillment. We need that fun, playful energy to shift out of that fear and engage with what's right in front of us. Let's see how else we can engage with what's there. What blessings can you share with my Fluorite friends to inspire them forward? Archangel Raphael, the fourth chakra. Loving us and taking that time to not only have fun, but to learn, to experience, and to grow throughout this journey. And part of that experience and growth is working on that healing, working on us, strengthening that soul, that inner self, that authentic self. It's part of why we're here, connecting into who it is we truly are, aligning ourselves to what it is we signed up for, and then engaging with it, being open to this experience and all the wonder and amazement that it holds for us. We're the ones who are limiting our abilities and our experience by questioning us, resisting those amazing wonders and joys that are all around us, getting distracted by those everyday demands and expectations that have nothing to do with what it is we want to do. They only bring stagnation and pain. Focusing more on these life-giving aspects. Both the moon and the Ace of Wands have what are called nodes. They're depicted as leaves here and depicted as little gold flecky bits that are coming down from the moon. These nodes are about the gifts, those opportunities. We're missing most of them. We're so caught up in what it is we think we should be doing, what society tells us we're doing, and what's more, tells us how we're failing. We get caught up in that rather than those life-giving aspects. Rather than focusing in and giving them more energy, more of our time, we focus in on that heartache and pain. Archangel Raphael wants to support us in healing and releasing some of that heartache and pain, helping us to be more open to these opportunities, these gifts that the universe and high vibrational beings are trying to share with you. Of course, I do have a meditation that I did with Archangel Raphael. It was one of the first few meditations I did because all of us have healing to do. It's not going to take one day or one experience. We have layers and layers and lots of healing to do. It's going to take some time. It's part of our journey. It's part of why we're here. So, taking some time, connecting in with our intuition, connecting into our power, our inner flame, and then starting to heal us. It's part of our journey. Pamela Coleman Smith wants to remind you of that. Remind you that you've got lots of support in this journey and in this process. The Temple Path. Reconfirming that journey, that experience. No two people have the same journey. We may have parallel journeys or journeys that intersect and intertwine with each other. However, our experience, what it is we want to learn, is an individual aspect. We need to take that time, give ourselves permission. That's a big one. That permission is essential. Set intentions, and most importantly, put action to those intentions, giving ourselves that extra time and energy to heal, to meditate, to connect, to use our skills and our abilities, our creativity to our advantage. We need to take ownership and pride in what we're doing. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me for this little fun video in celebration of an amazing woman. It's been so much fun to connect in with Pamela Coleman Smith and channel her insight and wisdom into creativity and how you need to go forward. I hope that you found this video fun and also helpful, gaining the direction that you need to take with your creativity. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It helps me be found on the sea of YouTube, and it helps others to raise their vibration alongside us. Additionally, if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe. As you can tell here, you never know where I'm going to go next, and you don't want to miss any of it. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And also, if you want to support me in making more of these videos, I do have a Patreon page where you can support me in getting some of this amazing content out. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my fluorite friends.